the starting lineups here for the Auburn Tigers. You know, the point guard situation is interesting. Holloway gets the start as the freshman point guard. Jalen Williams in his 5th year is the winningest player in program history for Yale. Bez Mbang is a defensive player of the year. You got Mahoney and Pulakitis as your three-point shooters. You look at James Jones, a 4-time Ivy League Coach of the Year, the 4th longest tenured coach. He's been at Yale since 1999 and looking to upset as the number 13 seed against the number 4 seed, Auburn Tigers. DJ Karstensen will throw it up, and the tip goes to the Auburn Tigers. Immediately they toss to Broom, who immediately tries the foul on Wolf, and you say, oh man, out of the gates.
No question that we were going to see the flex early and often. This team runs it so well with their personnel, but Janai Broom, this is sending a message here, going right at Danny Wolf. And Wolf's such an important part of this Yale attack. A foul, 14 seconds left, not a big deal for James Jones.
He might have to double up on that face mask here today that he's been wearing.
And Janai made it a point, said, I'm going to go right at him, try to get him in foul trouble. And after he drew the foul, shaking his head like, he can't guard me. We shall see. Danny has to stay out of foul trouble.
Broom delivers on both free throw attempts. Tonight, Broom, we showed you his numbers, and coming off that 19-point, 11-rebound performance in the championship game of the SEC tournament, they knocked off Florida in big fashion. The 22 wins for Yale here this season. And winning in dramatic fashion against Brown to get to this point. It'll stay here, 17 seconds left on the shot clock.
One of those games where tempo is going to be so important. Auburn wants to get out in the open floor. You look at Yale, they want to be methodical, run their stuff. But there is no doubt, Steve, that the disruption that Auburn can create for this offense. Long, athletic, tough defense to play against.
I think one thing is, you look at the Ivy League schools, usually they don't have this much size. They have some size to contend with. And to get that first foul makes it a little bit tougher.
Pulakitis in trouble, an offensive foul. Lowered his shoulder just a little bit. It's the first on John Pulakitis.
He got a little bit of hook right there, grabbed him by his hair. Come here. He got an offensive foul.
Aiden Holloway, mentioned him, the freshman out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Jones now 15 of his last 28 from the three-point line. 6 of the last 7 games in double figures. He's really come on for Bruce Pearl.
And FIU transfer the first time in the NCAAs for him.
He's probably their best pure shooter. At the free throw line, does a nice job shooting 88%. Okay, I like this.
He's got the sauce to it.
Pulakitis steps it back with 2 on the shot clock. It's pure.
This count working that late in the shot clock. Pulakitis, that lefty, very comfortable with that step-back jumper. He made massive shots in the Ivy League final.
The psychic, they needed that bucket to go down 5-0 just to see the 5-2 if they could get a stop.
Broom's got the size advantage. Kick out to the corner. Three's not there. Broom, the offensive rebound, uses that size advantage for the putback.
There was nothing Bass could do down there. He was trying. I know he's a defensive player here, but not at the power forward position.
This game is certainly a big impact for Auburn. They can get on the offensive glass. Yale, a good defensive team, but different size, different level of athlete.
Williams gets a piece, in and out that time for Danny Wolf. Trigger. Red hot start. Janai Broom with 7 points to get things going.
He has worked on that. He has 27 threes this season. Shot that one with confidence. Why do big guys always get a smile when they knock down a 3?
Because everybody wants to be a guard, and all the guards want to post up. Off the glass, count the bucket. August Mahoney going to work. And Jalen Williams committing the foul. It's slow to get up. Immediately grabs that right ankle.
Tough fall. He landed on him. Fortunately for him is, hopefully he's okay.
Oh, you see that ankle just caught there. hate to see that. There's so much anticipation to playing in the NCAA tournament, and that's one of those plays where it's nobody's fault. August Mahoney is looking to make a play, but he just comes down on the ankle of Jalen Williams, and that's something to monitor for Auburn.
All right, man. One shot, straight in.
I will say, though, Steve, this is a team that is so comfortable in playing 10 guys. It's not like depth is an issue for the Auburn Tigers. Still, Jalen Williams has made himself into a really good player.
I mean, you look at it right now, trying to walk it off, going in the back.
2 minutes and 37 seconds we have played into this game with Williams trying to shake off an ankle injury towards his head. There was like 3 blue jerseys in front of him.
And they give it right back on this turnover.
Yeah, Holloway takes the bucket for Bro. He's got 9.
KD knows one way. 100 miles per hour.
Man, he is live wire.
The officials are going to handle the
Yale calls the timeout. A 12-5 start. You guys talked about it. Auburn wants to play at pace. You referenced it. They go about 10 deep with their rotation. 10 guys average about double figures. And here's your one speed, Smitty.
Yeah, he did. Nice job of KD Johnson. Even though he didn't make that, drew everybody into the paint and left an offensive rebounding lane for Janai Broome, who just made an easy putback in his 12-5. And so far, a great start for him. He has 9 points, 2 offensive rebounds, also an assist and a 3.
I love the fact that he came back this season to Auburn to be an All-American, and that has totally been rewarded. Had a great SEC tournament, had a great year all around. You're talking about a guy that's 8th in scoring, 2nd in rebounds, 2nd in blocks per games in the SEC. Just a big-time player, came back for the right reasons, and he has been phenomenal.
You see the right side of the screen, that was a tangle between Mahoney and Baker Mazzara. And this is what the officials are taking a look at.
One of those plays where it could be a foul, but I don't think that reaches the level of being a flagrant foul. And if you don't call it on the floor, it can't be upgraded to a common foul.
Can we get a chance to look at it again?
The elbow would be one thing if he had elbowed him.
The explanation coming. Did I hear that right? A flagrant 2 foul?
Wow.
Flagrant 2 on Baker Mazzara, which means he's gone for the game. And this is a good time to bring in Gene Steratore here for the first time. Gene, what do you make of this decision? I mean, really early in this ball game here, too.
I totally agree with you, Lisa. I think really when you look, excessive in nature, completely unnecessary, not a basketball play. When you see him starting up the court, he lines up his opponent, he looks, and then we see him deliver. This look gives us somewhat of a look, but you can see him peek, look at his opponent. Here's a very clear look for our guys, and then he delivers a strong elbow right to the chest of his opponent. There is nothing basketball related with that whatsoever. That's why that rises to a flagrant 2 foul, and that activity we don't want in basketball games. I think it's a good decision by the officials.
Oh, thank you, Gene. So a flagrant 1, again, excessive contact. A flagrant 2 has to be much more extreme than that. So that is huge. You got a starter, and Baker Mazzara now out of the game for Bruce Pearl.
Well, we talk about depth, but also, you know, Jalen Williams down with the injury. And it looks like he might be back. He got taped. But you're talking about they played 10 guys. Now they're down to maybe 8. Hopefully Jalen Williams for the Auburn Tigers can play.
The second 2 replays showed a much different story than what the first one did. And there was, you could see the windup, but that's just not a smart play by Chad Baker Mazzara. And man, he's a guy that was an all-tournament team performer at the SEC tournament. That's just
outside here.
I'm with you, Robbie. Also, you always want to know why.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's something happening, it doesn't matter, you retaliated. But you want to know why in that instance what he did that.
We saw Jalen Williams getting taped up. Lauren Shahadi, what more do you have on him?
Yeah, I watched him get that ankle taped up on the bench. He said he tweaked it. He's smiling. He said, I just landed funny. Put his sock over the tape, said I'm good.
So possibly we can expect Jalen Williams to re-enter this game, which is good news here for Auburn. But again, Chad Baker Mazzara out for the game with a flagrant 2. We've played 5 minutes, guys, in this game here so far. Wolf, too strong off the left side.
I like the move.
I do too. We've talked about his skill, but he went right at Janai Broome.
I thought he moved him around, got to the spot that he wanted, just missed an easy bounce.
It's a physical post-up from a guy that's known more as a skilled 5.
So Chaney Johnson in the game here for Auburn as Broome leaves it short.
If you're Danny Wolf, you're like, yes, keep knocking down and shooting threes. Maybe not make them, but if you shoot threes, I'll stay on the foul.
You can get some of that fool's gold, too. Not that Janai Broome can't make it, you can, but you probably want to be out there.
Wolf picking up speed, headed towards the bucket, and Johnson reaches in for the first personal. And Chaney Johnson into the game as a sub. Chris Moore getting some playing time here for Auburn in the first 4 minutes of this one.
Yes, great job by Bert, our producer, and then Lip finding that our director. Even though, yes, he got a little hit, you just don't want to have that wind back. Oh, it's because the second game.
We only have about 18 minutes. You're probably going to get caught.
Pulikides with 5 points as he's knocked down his first three-pointer of the day.
Momentum is something, especially in college basketball. If you look right now, they got punched in the early, and now they're playing some good basketball.
The miss here for Auburn, chased down by Mahoney. This is a Yale team, as we showed you, not going to flinch with too many things when you're a team that trails 6 with 27 seconds. And the miss by Wolf. But the second personal on Johnson.
Give us a step side. Step back. Okay, Danny.
An 8-2 run here by Yale, and Smitty, you're talking about this guy. Danny Wolf, by the way, has taken off that mask.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he's been wearing that mask, but I like how he's played. Started the game, you can see Janai Broome right into his chest, but he's held his own ever since then. Hasn't made a lot of buckets, don't have any buckets, but he's played well.
Been over 3 stars.
And Jalen Williams has checked back in here for Auburn. Feels break and a flash. I think he's feeling okay.
This Auburn team doesn't need any help starting the break. You turn it over and you are just giving away points.
That's really to curb any momentum that Yale had felt coming out of that timeout. The injury to Williams, the F2 ejection to Baker Lazard. And here is a maskless Wolf. Hit in the face, too. Isn't that just what the doctor ordered, I guess? Cardwell commits his first.
And I've watched him on tape, and like you said, Robbie, you can't give them unforced turnovers. As you can see, he's been able to dunk that, but that's good for him, a good sign. He's back. But unforced turnovers are going to lead to a lot of dunks if you're Yale.
Ooh, man.
That's like getting your car washed, and then it rains later in the day. You take off your mask, and it's guaranteed you're going to get hit in the face.
Wolf is not bashful here. He is looking for his offense. Something he hasn't done as well. Didn't shoot it nearly as good in conference play. It was 29% from 3 compared to 34 on the year.
Johnson turns the corner quickly, his first 2.
Chaney Johnson likes physicality. He also is not bashful in taking shots.
He is going to force the issue.
Got that deep scouting report on KD, Smitty.
Yeah, I love the kid. Been watching him play for a long time. Was at the University of Georgia. From Atlanta, Georgia, where I live. Love his energy.
Trying to force the issue with Pulikides between the legs. Chance for a three-point play. Pulikides for 3.
What a response by Yale here. Let's see Chris Moore's hands. Well, you do have him on the body a little bit. That's a tough break there for Auburn, and I think certainly Yale getting the gifts there on the 4-point play or potential 4-point play.
Hasn't missed from the field. 3 for 3, 2 for 2 from Broome. Made that big three-pointer against Brown in the Ivy League championship game to cut the lead to him. But this is the free throw, though Yale gets it right back.
Robbie, momentum is something else.
It really is.
Your best player's 0 for 4, and now you're all tied up. And it just feels like they're saying, hey, okay, we took the punch, and now we're ready.
Three players right there going for that rebound, and no one comes away with it.
Trey Donaldson off the bench. Now the backup point guard to Holloway.
Is battle tested. Their second time here in Spokane this year. Played at Gonzaga, played at Kansas. They competed in those games. They're not backing down.
They led both those teams in both those games against Gonzaga and Kansas by double figures. Donaldson commits his first person. August Mahoney, the senior. How about the logo shot for the captain?
Hey, he shot that one with a lot of confidence, looking like Robbie Humble back in his day.
That's rich coming from Steve Smith. Right next to me, the ultimate shooter.
Way out there.
Right, but between Mahoney and Poulikitis, Mahoney with 12 games of 3 threes or more, Poulikitis with 11. So Auburn's going to have to let that scouting report know where they are at all times.
Let's check in with Lauren Shahadi.
Lisa, coach told me they do not want August to set up for a single shot. Make him dribble, make him move. Coach Pro said he's probably the best set three-point shooter in college basketball. It's a statement.
46% from three of the year, career 44% three-point shooter. The captain of the team for Yale. And I can understand why Bruce Pearl feels that way.
Quick hands with the deflection, forcing the turnover. Allen is long. He's lengthy, 6'10", 223, forcing that turnover.
Not bad for Yale, being able to get some turnovers. Usually we know that's going to be Auburn, create a lot and points off turnovers. There's another one right there. And there's KD Johnson. He is excited. This is the plays that Yale can't have.
Yale trying to defend this first lead of the game here for the Bulldogs. Trey Donaldson works well with his second unit.
He's taking that drop coverage, and that's what the defense is giving up. That biggest back, that pull-up's going to be there.
Shot that right. Nice rhythm, nice confidence.
Donaldson in trouble, forcing the turnover to Williams.
Took his time, patient, and he said, closer I get, I'll just use my size.
Yale right now with the lineup, you just haven't seen much of, especially in the Ivy tournament. Casey Simmons didn't play against Brown, and neither did Sam Snellington.
Poulikitis, 8 seconds. Caldwell with his second. Trying to defend that pick and roll action.
It's one thing that Auburn does do a lot. Be aggressive, forcing turnovers. Over 19 fouls a game, which is good for 122nd in all of college basketball.
Yeah, Dylan Caldwell trying to step out. That's tough for him at his size. Being able to get out there and being able to hedge hard. He has a nickname, the Jumbotron Man, for his energy, but I think it's more for his size.
They don't like that. The
No, not at
place
all.
that Auburn is small with the point guard. Huge position there.
Get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. All kinds of storylines to talk about on the women's side, including here in Spokane. The Zags hosting their own first and second rounds, just about a mile and a half away from where we're playing this game.
No Danny Wolf, no size right now for Janai Broom. I gotta go right down to him.
Freshman having to guard one of the best players in college basketball.
Simmons takes the hit, and it's a three-point attempt, so 3 free throws coming. Simmons got him from behind. Nice and tight between the Tigers and Bulldogs here in the first half. A huge turn of events. Chad Baker-Mazara for Auburn ejected, but we found this shot right on your screen, number 10, as he takes a hit from August Mahoney of Yale. So, next possession down. Baker-Mazara was whistled for a flagrant 2 with his reaction, and he took his arm and in a swing to the gut of Mahoney. And so an F2, he was ejected with 16 minutes and 59 seconds left to play. Lauren Shahadi just moments ago asked Bruce Pearl about that decision.
fired up on that call against Chad. What'd you see?
Well, obviously, we just saw the replay. What he did was wrong. I thought it should have been a flagrant one. To remove him from the game after an entire season of work is something that, obviously it's going to disrupt us. He's one of our very best players. And it was a retaliation. It was because he got hit in the throat on a play before, and he shouldn't have retaliated. But
appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
So the reaction from the head coach, losing one of his starters, Chade Baker, is with 16 minutes, 59 seconds left to play here in the first half.
We've given so much credit to Auburn's depth, and rightfully so. We've seen it all year long, but then all of a sudden, Jalen Williams sprains an ankle, you get an ejection. Luckily, Williams has been able to come back, but then that is a massive development. The Baker is a real spark plug for Auburn. Steve, we said they'd be methodical.
Yes.
I'd say 29.8 seconds on the possession is pretty methodical.
Or was it 30, Robbie? I'm going to go 29.9.
It's right there.
I think he got it off.
I mean, it is just barely out of his hand.
I'd say bucket.
I would too. I think that does. And it's about as close as it could be. 29.9.
Well, I still got good eyes. They're getting old, Robbie, but they're working. Don't you say anything, Lisa.
Hasn't disrupted Jalen Williams. Gets another bucket.
We've seen a couple tip passes, and there's no doubt about where the Tigers are looking to go.
Williams is a perfect 3 for 3 with 6 points.
Nice job. Sprained ankle, but he's played extremely well.
Piakitis with a distant shot. Cardwell, two-player combo.
Piakitis came from on that play. Certainly Yale going to show plenty of attention to Janai Broome, but he's the outside man on the low side. He's not even in the picture yet, and here he comes flying in, and he's going to tie up Broome. What a play off the basketball for John Piakitis.
Whoever was checking him got to be screaming. You got to communicate. You got to see he's coming. You got to have a call. Usually teams say red, red, red. That means there's double team coming out. Whatever call it is, Janai did not hear it.
Think about the second half. That bench will be on the same side. If you're on the Yale bench right now.
It'll stay Yale basketball.
24-21. The Tigers are up. Yale doing a nice job of just standing this game. Danny Wolf still hasn't scored.
They took a real shot early. Auburn came out and punched him in the mouth. And Yale has responded and trying to steady the
Look, another one. That won't fall from Mahoney. He's gotten some looks. Two down the three-point line. Draws the contact against Mahoney. That's his first.
I think it's fair to say, Steve, that the big question mark for this Auburn team is going to be their point guard play.
Yes.
There's no denying that the talent of Holloway, one of the more talented freshmen that's coming into college basketball this year. Trey Donaldson, a sophomore, but you have to think that this team is going to go as far as it's taken.
Moving and then pump fake, double team coming. There's a kick out. And Johnson gets another one against Mahoney. He picks up 2 quickies.
Anticipated KD Johnson's move extremely well, but just got there late, was still moving.
Space, misses a three-pointer.
Methodical game, pace, advantage to Bulldogs right now.
sitting in there.
Because he didn't see him at all. He's on his back.
31, Katie Johnson in for Auburn.
I mean, Bruce Pearl is platooning guys in and out trying to wear down these Yale Bulldogs.
That certainly takes a lot of buy-in. You've got to have a team that gets along, that understands that I'm going to get my 15, 20 minutes a game. And Tonight Broom, MVP of the SEC tournament, and he averaged like 24 minutes a game. And you just don't see that in college hoops.
Bruce Pearl has said, look, you know, a lot of people talking about that. I have played this way for years now. 10 guys, no one plays more than about 24 minutes per game. It has to take a buy-in. You've got some transfers that play well more than 24 minutes where they were the previous year. Danny Wolf against Broom, the matchup to watch in this one. Wolf finally has his first points after an 0 for 5 start.
He's moving Janai Broom. It's not just finesse off the bounce. I mean, he is bringing physicality there.
That's very good defense on the point of attack. Man's doing a nice job.
Two-time defensive player of the year in the NCAA.
And he finishes with the left hand. He's got 11.
I just love his feel for the game. Could have went with his left hand at the front of the rim. Went back into Danny Wolf's chest to be able to make sure he couldn't block it.
Steve, you could see Danny Wolf was loading up to try to match some of that mentality, and Janai Broom just drove it right by him.
He has great touch. Those are not easy shots. And if you look at his size, standing around 6'6", maybe 6'5", playing that power forward position, doing a nice job.
Reverse step, top the bucket for KD Johnson.
KD is excited. I love his energy. You better stay down because he's coming quick. Take that, Robbie.
Nice response after down 10-2. How do you continue to get Wolf going?
Well, we just got to give him the ball in the right places. Like, you know, nerves have him in his first NCAA appearance where he's playing a lot. So he'll get going. He'll be fine.
Thanks, Coach.
Cool as a cucumber, James Jones is. Your number 24 is the Yale head coach. You look at the forward comparison. We knew this was the matchup to watch.
There it is, as you can see. For Janai, Wolf just has 2 points, but the one good thing is for Yale Bulldogs to only be down 4 points, and he only has 2 points. That's a victory for them. They got to get him going.
5-second call. 6 turnover.
It's a lonely feeling as that inbounder when that internal clock is going in your head and you're like, nobody's open, nobody's open, nobody's open.
Sounds like you speak from experience.
Yeah, I've been there.
I'm trying to find that guy's foot, though. Trying to throw it as hard as I can to get it.
Eventually, it's either got to be that or take a timeout.
Yeah.
Points off turnovers here already going into this possession. Taylor Williams. He's set from 18 control. The SEC freshman team. Good job taking care of the basketball in his freshman career. And as I say that, he turns it over. Got knocked away by this Yale defense.
That's a nice move.
And Bradley floats it, the tip. We play on. Here comes Holloway.
Protection is a different deal for Auburn. They've got nationally in the game. But if you're lackadaisical, the Tigers are going to be hanging on rims.
Timeout is called. Janai Broom work with. You look at the game summary here as we have 6:15 left to play in the first half. The big story, the ejection, the flagrant 2 ejection with Chad Baker-Mazzara with 16:59 left to play here in this one. Turnover's a big story. Auburn's gotten 13 points off. On the screen, Pilikinas gives it up. Both jabs decides to challenge Broom, but he lost his footing.
He's just going a little bit too fast. Got to slow down and just make the simple play.
Another 3 on the way for Jones. Second chance opportunities. Broom passes up the 3. And just manhandle and try to muscle his way in for that shot, and it will head back the other way.
These turnovers have got to stop for Yale. And it's amazing because I would say the tempo of the game has been pretty much played to what they want. However, when you give the ball away like this and now 7 turnovers, Lisa, you just hit it for 13 points. You know, it's pretty amazing. The tempo has been more to them even with all those giveaways.
Body control for 2. What a bucket for Yassine.
That's one way to break the pressure. Just run the go route and hit the Hail Mary.
As you can see, Auburn Tigers have 2 defenders at the free throw line waiting to try to gather one guy, so the other guy just took off. Smart play by Yale.
Yassine Karam, one of the key substitutes here for the Bulldogs. He's not there for Holloway. Basketball count. Foul committed before the shot.
That's not an easy pass to throw there, Steve. It's not like Noling had pushed his defender up towards that foul line. There's just not much space. You know, he's at kind of the second hash, and then that's a perfect look.
You got to know your teammate, Rob.
Absolutely.
No, he knew that he was going to seal him off, and he has the confidence. Danny just has to slow down. You can tell. Coach Jones said it, his first NCAA tournament game, he is pressing.
And on top of that, you're going up against an old man. And show that you're that level of player. You got to do it.
Tight coverage on Donaldson. Trey Donaldson now will reset. Between these 2 point guards. That's one of the reasons why Donaldson works so well with Cardwell. The lob play for the alley-oop and the 4th dunk here for Auburn.
And I like that by Cardwell because he's trying to get some energy by his fans. They used to playing faster, and right now Yale is controlling pace even though they are controlling the scoreboard.
With the finish.
Beautiful pass right there from Wolf. Great find. Really making an impact here in this first half. You got 2 on the ball, you pop Wolf, and what a dime thrown on the cut.
3rd assist. Donaldson from the top, rings it up, rattles it around the rim for 3.
He's been shooting it with a lot of confidence the last 5 games. Now 9 of his last 14 from 3. That's what they need from that point guard spot, whether it's Aiden Holloway or Trey Donaldson.
Tough luck. 1 for 8 shooting.
That's the feel though of Cardwell. He doesn't nail that much, but he's 5th in the SEC in blocks. Numbers off the board there.
Johnson too hard off the glass. Pick and choose his moments to push. Cross court pass. They work it around to the post. For Pilikinas. 12 points he's got.
Matt Nolan has great basketball.
Yes, he does.
I mean, that's not an easy pass. His teammate was and made a perfect pass cross court.
That skip pass. Pilikinas is at all times.
And a moving screen against Jalen Williams. That'll be his 2nd personal. The number 4 seed against the number 13 seed. Bruce Pearl trying to punch his ticket. Yale has other ideas. 36-32 here. Robbie Hummel, Steve Smith, Lawrence Ahadi, Lisa Byington with you. Game number 2 of 4 here from Spokane. Number 4 versus the number 13 seed. Coming out of the timeout, spin move, Nolan.
Right there, you're good.
Look at that contact.
No kidding.
Contact as Burton is down on the baseline.
This game is not for the weak. You play the Auburn Tigers, you better bring the physicality.
Denver Jones, with a little push
Denver
off.
Jones with that off arm. He certainly pushes, and August Mahoney going to shoot too.
Mahoney did a good job. He sold it like
No,
it was
he
like he threw
did.
him up in the air and threw him out the air, but good job.
Jones has got 2 personals. Mahoney makes good on the first. Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device. NCAA March Madness Live. Download now to stay up to date on all the action. You mentioned August Mahoney, captain. It's something that he takes great pride in. He said it's his greatest honor to be a captain for this Yale Bulldogs team, and the first to cut down the nets after they won the conference tournament.
We talked about Pulakidis making some big shots in that Ivy Championship game, but Mahoney and equally his big 3.
Jones the hard take, draws the foul.
I like that.
Yes.
He gets his game on, he can make threes, he can get to the rim. The transfer from FIU, averaged 20 points a game last year, but an efficient 20. Certainly translating well to what Bruce Pearl wants him to do late season.
But important, you see Mahoney now with 3 personal fouls after that take. And so, 2:21. Gets subbed out as Jones makes good on the first free throw. Look at the tournament summary. 8 SEC teams in the tournament, with South Carolina, Mississippi State, Kentucky all eliminated on Thursday. In our first game, we saw San Diego State defeat UAB. And Northwestern, the Wildcats, behind Boo Buie, winning in overtime against FAU to the Final Four last year.
Boo Buie loves the big moments.
Yes, he does.
I mean, it's the last shot taken for Northwestern. He always makes something happen.
Do you think Tom Izzo will be sad to see him go?
Not at all.
He has killed Michigan State.
He has been a Spartan killer for sure. +4. Garb, who entered this game in the place of August Mahoney, has to sit the bench here with the 3 personal fouls. Loose ball into the hands of Broom.
Auburn's defense just totally blew that up. Full denial. There was nowhere to go for Yale.
You know, about the Auburn Tigers, Janai has to get it on the block right now. He hasn't got enough touches. Get it to him right now. Play through him.
It faces, gives it up, but into the hands of Mbang.
Good help and then good rotation by Mbang.
Broom has to get at it quicker.
Off the fingertips of Wolf, but Yale still retains possession. About 90 seconds left to play in this first half. Garb directing traffic. Yale always look for that back door. Pulakidis driving, turned away. Pulakidis keeps it, spins short.
Good time individual defense there. Trey Donaldson, there's just nothing there for Pulakidis.
KD Johnson at speed. And that 1 speed, right?
One speed.
KD Johnson at that 1 speed.
Don't ever accuse him of not playing hard.
Not at all.
Not in his language.
Look, when he gets his minutes, and makes the most of it. Chris Johnson, though, the glass is not there. Burton comes down with it. Here's Johnson. A thunderous slam. Talk about a potty bucket and 1.
I mean, the dunk was unbelievable, but the jab, I thought Danny Wolf was going to go out through the tunnel.
You get that 7-footer playing off of a closeout, and Chaney Johnson is blowing right by him. It's a really smart dribble drive, and then the finish, beautiful stuff from the D2 transfer.
I mean, that was beautiful. I mean, that hard jab had Danny stuck. And then it was a straight line drive. Did not banana curl it at all, Robbie. Went right to the bucket.
There was no doubt about where he was going.
20 points in the paint for Auburn. 5 dunks for the Tigers. Mbang.
unfortunate because that was terrible on the ball and terrible off the ball, but you still got to finish the play.
Interesting how he missed that one. That was point blank layup he missed.
Between the legs, everything spin. And turned away from one of the better defensive players in the league. It's short. Three-point attempt. Another opportunity. It'll be Yale basketball. 6 seconds here to work with. And Mahoney with his 3 personal fouls checks back in.
Here comes Danny Wolf as well.
Wolf has got 2 fouls. So 2 of the better offensive players for the final 6 seconds here of the first half. Mbang brings it across. 3 seconds in the half, 2 seconds in the half. Mbang loses it. And that'll be the final play of the half. Momentum shifts, right?
A little bit uneven. I mean, it all started out all Auburn. Yale took it back, but it seems like the Tigers have leveled out after the ejection and found some of that momentum going into the half.
His points in the paint has been a difference.
Let's check in with Lauren.
Coach, I just saw you talking to Broom. What'd you say to him?
I think we can get the ball inside to Janai a little bit better. He got to do a better job of handling the double teams.
How have you been able to turn over a team that cherishes the basketball so much?
Well, we guard really well. I mean, we know how to guard that 5-out stuff. Coach Jones and that group does an amazing job with that. We see that. We know how to guard it. We just got to guard it without fouling them.
Thanks, Coach. Lisa.
Thank you, Lauren. We appreciate it. Your halftime score, 41-34. Auburn over Yale. The winner gets San Diego State in the second round. That's the end of the first half. We'll send you to AT&T at the half. After these messages, you're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. All right, halftime and just moments away from the second half between Auburn and Yale. You're looking at the first half stats, points in the paint. Auburn with a +10 advantage, and they've turned Yale over 9 times. And again, the big storyline, though, Baker Mazzara ejected with a flagrant 2 just minutes into this one. Robbie Hummel, Steve Smith, Lisa Byington, Lauren Shahadi with you. Let's turn it over to Lauren Shahadi, who had a conversation with James Jones. What did he say?
Yeah, Lisa, Smitty was right earlier when he said this is the pace Yale wants to operate at, but Coach Jones said the live ball turnovers need to stop. Their defense can't lead directly to offense so quick, Robbie, and you mentioned that earlier. Coach said don't try and get it all back at once, win each 4 minutes.
Well, and you turn it over, and this is a Yale team that doesn't turn it over at all on the year. I mean, they've been elite nationally, 11th in the country in terms of fewest turnovers per game. Auburn doesn't need help. I mean, they've got athletes, they've got length, they've got guys that can run up and down, and you're giving the ball away like that, you're asking for trouble.
And only down 7, Lisa and Robbie. You know, that's not bad for the Yale Bulldogs when you look at Danny Wolf. The kid averages 14 and 10 and 2.5 assists. Basically, he's 1 for 8 with just 2 points and 0-2 from the three-point line and 2 rebounds.
Smitty, we saw in the first game, UAB was hanging around against San Diego State. Didn't end up winning that game, but ended up taking the lead in the second half. And the first touch of the second half to Broom. And 3 personal fouls now against Wolf.
Tonight Broom is like a glacier. Like, he's moving to you, and there's like, I don't know what you're supposed to do about it. The physicality. Anytime you can set that flex screen or set that cross screen for him, Steve, good things are going to happen.
You're totally right. Yale Bulldogs after 2 or 3, especially the first dribble, you got to come down and kind of dig it out and help out your teammate. He is so strong and skilled and has great touch. Knock down this 3-point shot, and I thought for Bruce Pearl and the Auburn Tigers, go to him even more. Good things are happening.
So Danny Wolf, guys, staying in with the 3 personal fouls. I'm looking over at James Jones. He's kind of in the middle of his bench trying to make a decision. He's gonna go with Wolf at least for the next few minutes here.
They're pretty light behind him. We've seen Allerton, but he's just a freshman and hasn't played a ton for this Yale group.
Wolf is a sophomore. Lots of trust for him to try to stay in. Deep shot, lefty rings it up. Pulakitas pulling it. He's got 15.
That step back for him looks like an easy jumper. That felt effortless there. And how about the space he created, Steve? Plenty there.
I think, Robbie, you hit it right in the head. the space he created to be able to shoot that shot.
Three-point shot, greatest of all. So they've hit 5 of them, Yale has. Poulikitis has 4 of the 5.
Really struggling here in this game. Had some looks at the rim, and you can see right now his body language. He is frustrated visibly.
With jab step, good lefty take. And Danny Wolf's got 4 points, his second field goal today.
He makes up his mind, Robbie. He's going. I mean, he is going. It might be a counter, but it's full speed for him.
How many games do you see centers like Danny Bloom and Danny Wolf who are really actively looking to drive the basketball?
Start that drive right outside the three-pointer. Not there for Jalen Williams, and Wolf rips it down and keeps it away from Brew. Post touch for Nolan. And post touch trying to back down the freshman Holloway. And he'll stay here, Yale basketball. Holloway, of course, that freshman playing in his first NCAA tournament. Look at this shot by Poulikitis.
Robbie called it. It was the separation for me to be able to get a chance to knock down this shot. Full speed. Danny Wolf is like KD Johnson for the Tigers. When they make up their mind, they're gone.
Holloway learns his lesson. See who's defending Poulikitis, but he wins. He's got another. Poulikitis' 5th three-pointer today.
But Janai Broom has got to impact the ball handler coming off that ball screen. Poulikitis coming up, totally in rhythm, big-time shot.
Cuts the lead to 1. It's an 8-0 Bulldogs lead. Answer, not there. To move, thought about the penetration.
He restrained himself.
Good defense. Right there, being able to slide and get through Chris Moore.
He switched off on Poulikitis now and trying the foul. It's number 3 against Jalen Williams.
Well, Jalen Williams has got to understand the scouting report that Nolan's going left. Look at the way Broom, he just never impacts him towards the sideline. And Poulikitis with a step-in 3. Nice screen there on the ball screen. And Yale playing with some real confidence. 8-0 run here over the last 209.
Poulikitis has 80 three-point makes here this year. It's a career high for him. 65 he made last year. And misses the first free throw attempt. Watch CBS Sports HQ for free 24/7 coverage of the big dance and all the biggest moments in sports. Catch tournament highlights, picks, previews, recaps, and much more. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today.
43-42 just seems like the Auburn Tigers can't get out of it. Come up with steals, 2 or 3 plays. Pace advantage goes to Yale, Robbie.
Well, it's surprising because with the turnovers, we still didn't feel like the pace was in their favor. And Yale did plenty of giving the ball away in the first half.
It's the first tie since it was 16-16. We see momentum shifts in the first half. A reaching foul against Yale.
We have seen this year, Steve, the death of the cylinder rule. Yeah, we used to have in college basketball where there was that imaginary cylinder around any player, and when you impacted that, it's supposed to be an automatic foul. There was plenty of contact, but we've kind of seen that rule dissipate.
I think you keep going to Janai.
And he walked with it. Knew exactly what he wanted to do, but took a couple extra steps.
I think the patience for him is just to take your time. You know they're coming.
But Steve, where's the flex?
I know.
I mean, they kill off that action, and we just haven't seen it here.
Poulikitis trying to come over to get it. Denied by Auburn. Draws the shooting foul. Against Jones, his 3rd.
I mean, the pressure, good job by Yale, the Bulldogs, is you can see they're trying to get into him. make them uncomfortable. They're just straight line driving, Robbie, and drawing fouls.
Well, this is one of those games where running plays against Auburn is going to be really challenging. You've got to have some guys go and make some things happen, and that's exactly what August Mahoney does right there. I don't think that this Yale team, Steve, needed any type of confidence because of the way they played in the regular season, the way they competed against Kansas. But you can tell that after they were a little bit rattled with the start, and then everything changed with the ejection. They got their heads up, and this is a group right now that totally feels like they can win this game.
And even with guys in foul trouble, they still feel good.
Lead for Yale until now. It was 18-16 with 13:30 and a 10-0 Bulldogs run. Offensive foul call. Was waiting for it to be confirmed. And Chaney Johnson with his third.
That was the flex. I mean, you get the middle post up, but a little bit over-aggressive there by Chaney Johnson, lowering the shoulder, and a wise play. Matt Nolan taking that right to the chest.
Basketball IQ. That young man, power forward, stand about 6'5", does a lot with the Yale Bulldogs.
Not a traditional guy, format, especially in the Ivy League. You're thinking guys that can shoot. He impacts the game from inside three-pointer. Back instead of just going and finishing.
Auburn's last 5 possessions, 0 for 3 shooting, couple of turnovers going into this possession.
I'm with Robbie. This flex would really be hard for Yale to guard because of their lack of size right now.
Here you go again.
Getting challenged. Allen comes over his first. And Broom is down.
Samson Fullerton is first. Third timeout on the floor.
You watch it, Robbie. What a pass.
Yeah, it looks
go
like
dunk
an
it
easy
quick. Dunk it quick.
And now it's time for our AT&T Connected Cam. Going back to the Allerton missed dunk, but Broom pursuing. Robbie Hummel.
Well, honestly, in real time, I thought that Allerton might have cocked it back, but he really didn't. It's just an incredible play by Janai Broom. Never quit on that thing. Went and made a play on the ball and saved a bucket.
And Janai Broom, who was slow to get up, looks to be fine, headed to the bench.
Shooting 2.
Makes the first.
He's playing well. I would love to, like I talked about earlier, just see him get more touches and make plays. They don't really have anybody out here that can guard him. Not one-on-one.
Talked about that flex. We have seen Bruce Pearl go to it multiple times with Broom in the game, and that's a good place to go.
There's pressure coming now for the Tigers.
Look at this.
And look at Mpang leaks out. Mpang defense. You can count it. Mpang with a bang play.
I mean, I love this play, Robbie. It's just a little pick down here, and it's a go route.
Yes, sir.
And let's watch this. Go in there, and then you come around, a nice little pick. We don't see it on that screen, but perfect pass. I think that's by Nolan, Robbie. And what a finish. Through contact. Beautiful play.
You think about all the bodies that Auburn is showing by the passer. That's the ultimate pressure release. It takes some guts to throw it, but
can't convert on the three-point play, but it's a one-point edge for the Yale Bulldogs, coming in 22-9 overall record champs of the Ivy League. Looking to knock off the number 4 seed Auburn Tigers.
He's turned his ankle. He has played extremely well with Bruce Pearl and the Tigers.
Much needed. It's the first field goal here for Auburn. They've only scored 7 points so far in the second half. The last field goal, remember, before that was 36 seconds left in the first half. It was a dunk.
going to be an open three, and Dylan Cardwell just flew from out of nowhere to block that shot.
That's a great hustle play.
It's one of the hardest things to do in basketball is block a three-point shot. KD Johnson, three. It was a good idea. Cardwell tried to tip it out, but no one was there. Check this out.
Man down, but here comes Cardwell.
That's great recognition. I mean, so many times you see big guys that are just kind of locked into their matchup. He is so aware right there. Kiedis is going to line that one up.
Great instincts. Great feel.
Played with the three personals. Inside. Numbers there. KD Johnson with the second. It's the team's fifth foul of the half. I was just looking at the numbers, Smitty.
It's just the pace is still in Yale's favor.
19 combined points here in the second half. Auburn just has 7 of them.
It's not great at throwing the ball. There's just nowhere to go, and this is a hard pass because Dylan Cardwell on the ball is taking away so much of your vision.
6'11", 255.
Hey, move it!
Oh, goodness.
And we got a blocking foul against Chris Moore, his second.
Gotta look at that one again. Gotta look at that one again.
He's shuffling his feet there on the baseline.
You get that box where you can certainly move. Man, to me, that's just nothing.
Again, trouble inbounding. It was tipped by Yale. Last will be Auburn basketball.
Dylan Cardwell, each out-of-bounds play, he's just swallowing up the inbounder. Nowhere to go.
10 turnovers for James Jones and the Yale Bulldogs. But field goals this half at a premium, tough to come by. Donaldson loses that screen. Finish from Williams. Sixth dunk of the game for Auburn. With the back down short.
Good job by Jalen Williams.
No Nolan is going left.
Denver Jones finds success from distance. Yale calls the timeout now.
Transition bucket. Defense can't get set. Wide open look for Jones.
Well, in the half-court first, it's the lob. Great cut from Jalen Williams on the baseline. The delivery there from Donaldson. And then in transition, this is how Auburn wants to play. A look in the open floor, and Denver Jones is pure from that right wing.
Look at Bruce Pearl out of that last timeout. It is winning time. He knows it. Found that March magic in the 2019 team. Got all the way to the Final Four. Trying to dominate with a little more magic here with this team. We'll stay here, 13 seconds on the shot clock. Let's check in with Lauren.
Lisa, I was listening to Coach Pearl and that huddle you showed. He loved that Jones three. Yes, it was fast and in transition, but he was set enough, and he said, I want more, speed them up. I want them uncomfortable. They're not uncomfortable enough, to Smitty's point and Robbie's point earlier.
How do they speed them up, guys?
I think forcing turnovers is certainly one way. Then off of missed shots, looking to get out and run in the open floor.
Yeah, I think they're doing a great job of denying wings, making it backdoor, making it play faster. If you keep denying the wings, somebody's going to have to go one-on-one, or you have to make them a perfect pass. This is good one-on-one D right here.
This is what does them banging. That's what he's made for. Guard the basketball.
He is daring Donaldson to test him. Forces him to give it up. Here's Williams. 3 down to shoot. Williams and triple. Leaves it short. Off of Auburn last, it'll be Yale basketball.
There's nothing going on that possession. I mean, you got Trey Donaldson dribbling the ball at 25 feet, and then on the pick and pop, no separation, and a contested look for Jalen Williams from the three-point line.
He passes up the three. He's a 24% three-point shooter.
Looking to shoot.
The hook doesn't fall.
Gotta take that first shot, Lisa. Absolutely. I mean, he's in the paint right there. He has great touch. You got to shoot that one.
He's 2 for 10 from the field. Averages 15 and 9. He has 4 points in this game. He's done a good job not picking up that fourth personal foul. Playing with the three for a while. Williams, all kinds of spins, post fakes, jump hook, the lefty, pure shots.
Where do you think Jalen Williams is trying to get to right there, Stevie? He is getting to that left hand.
Yes, indeed. He's going to pivot, pump fake, pivot, and get back to that left hand.
Luis Scola will be proud. He's the right-handed coach.
Bulakitis. Well, he leaned in right against Denver Jones. He's got 20 points in the game.
He's kept them in it. They need Wolf to get going.
We got a foul call against Townsend.
I love this right here. Pivot. One more time. Big fella pivot. Get to that left hand. Tigers up 7.
For the Auburn Tigers, we got an out-of-bounds situation, an after-timeout situation as we take a look at our advanced stats presented by Invesco QQQ. It'll be interesting to see what Auburn draws up in this situation.
Yeah, it is. The one good thing for them is they have such big bodies. Once they set a screen, you get buried. You either got to switch a small on them, or then you got to be able to fight over, and that's hard to do.
The art of the special teams play here in basketball coming out of timeouts. It'll be a baseline inbounds. Back to Broom. Danny Wolf has got the 3 personal fouls.
When you got a player like Janai Broom, those numbers are always going to go way up because Bruce Pearl just said, we're throwing it into him and letting him go make a play. That's not trickery at all. Let the players play right there.
Not a whole lot that Danny Wolf can do with the 3 personal fouls. 19 here for Pearl. He tries to muscle his way and does exactly that off glass.
Good job. Good base by him. Townsend just used his girth.
That's a pretty good defender, a strong player.
Townsend averages 6. He's got 4 here in the game. That double team coming from Townsend. Broom gets rid of it. Corner lock. Small, who drains it.
Chris Moore picked that one off the deck. He's telling Janai Broom, can you make a better pass? Throw it to me harder than that.
And Moore now 9 of his last 9 from the field. That's impressive. That's like a first baseman picking that off.
We got a tie-up. The foul against Donison, his second.
Well, good things happen if you keep going to Janai Broom. Good things are happening for the Tigers.
Bulakitis to the free throw line. The rules are simple. When to get in, tune in as a playoff hopefuls battle to earn their spot in the postseason. NBA play-in tournament begins April 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern on TNT, True TV, Max. Bulakitis splits the difference. 21 points he has. A career high is 26. It's reachable with 10 minutes left to play.
Look at the strength from Janai Broom. I mean, there's somebody had both wrists, and he still got it up.
But the play call is big time. I mean, you get him coming off that screen, and he can just curl it to the rim. You put so much pressure on the Yale defense. And this is what you're talking about, Steve. I mean, you've got Bulakitis hanging on him. You've got Danny Wolf right there. That's plenty of time spent in the weight room, and time well spent.
Go, 2 shots. All set?
his 60th career double-double here today. This is the first. He was perfect from the free throw line before that. 19 points, 10 rebounds. Transferring to Morehead State. One of the guys that Bruce Pearl has picked up D2 level, junior college level, mid-major level. Trying to find guys that they got the attitude of I get to play at Auburn.
I thought it was really interesting listening to him talk about how he wants guys transferring up because of the hunger, because of the drive. He's done that. He's been successful with those types of guys.
Auburn is a great example of that. Bounce against the left side, but he's had success doing that here today. He's got 6 points.
He has. He has a nice first step and a nice handle for a big guy. Keeps the defender on his hip and a nice left hand.
They average about 2 to 3 points per game now. So about 15 points per game this year. His freshman to sophomore year. Auburn turns it over. Here comes Mbang. Go on the finish.
That's the mind, though, by Garm to understand that those shot blockers are coming, and you're going to use the other side of the rim for a little bit of protection.
You see Garm has been a positive off the bench. You see his numbers. Hasn't missed from the floor. 6 points. As a result, Jones with the 2-pointer.
He's very good at shooting the basketball. With the step back, with the catch and shoot. I like Denver Jones.
Bruce Pearl likes Denver Jones too. Says he's underrated, undervalued. He's got 14 points. Garm gives it up to Wolf. And what a time for him to hit it. He's got 9.
He needed that one. Confidence. He's played hard. Hasn't played well, but he's played hard.
Turns and faces that double team. Pass. How did he slip it through and find Jamie Johnson?
Just kind of holding off August Mahoney there. Big time look though from Broom, handling that double team and finding an easy basket. Six different lead changes. And
Okay.
Heat check.
Yes, it was.
You gotta make a couple before you have a heat check.
One's got a heat check.
Heat check, Smitty.
He had all that space, and it's the step back there.
Pass, catch and shoot. Once again, 10 for Jones.
Steve, think about the difference in look that we just saw from Wolf versus Denver Jones. If that skip pass doesn't have any ball pressure, it's going to be incredibly hard to close out.
The answer, Mbang. They've been testing him on if he would take that shot. Just 24% shooting from distance coming into this game.
They need that. They need some confidence from him on the offensive end, because he's doing a good job defensively.
For Jones penetrates, loses it, ran into a Yale wall. Couple of defenders. Here comes Mbang. Bounce pass.
I like Garm's feel, too. He is aware of where these shot blockers are.
He looks it off. Wolf. Last touch by Auburn. It'll stay here. They'll have 9 seconds to work with when we come back. A timeout, 68-61. Fun tournament here so far. We look at our game summary. 68-61. Both teams shooting above 50%. Get Chad Baker-Mazara ejected with a flagrant 2 call. That was early in the first half. Came with 16:59 left to play in the first half. Auburn has gone really with a 9-man rotation now. Coming out of this timeout. And Holloway reaches in. First personal. Let's check in with Lauren.
Lisa, Coach Jones just now in the huddle looking at Wolf, saying the 3 was nice, but post up and get the ball in quickly, win the next minute, and then do it again and again. By the way, why is Coach Jones so calm?
Because that's what he does, Lauren. That's what he does. I mean, that's what you do when you've been coaching for 24 years, all at Yale. He said, we had a selection show after they won the Ivy League championship. He looked across the room and saw players from teams in my coaching past that stretched back like 7 to 8 years, and I kept wondering that one day with a show like this, would it be Danny Wolf or August Mahoney in the room with the current team? He loves Yale. Obviously, he's been there for over 2 decades and loves the people who he works with.
He's been so successful there. Boy, he is dapper over the sideline. Still flexible. Look at him. I can't get that. He's like,
turnover, a big one here, Yale. The push, Mahoney looking to finish it off. Transition.
to the 3.
Not to sound like my grandfather, but it's like, man, you're running to win the threes.
Come on, Robert, you younger than me.
This is coming from a shooter.
Yeah, but I'm still, points are points. You know, I get the analytics, but I'll take a layup here as long as it's uncontested. You don't shoot the first one. You didn't take the second.
Really crazy in the
Look
rim.
at Coach Jones looked at him. Okay.
It's been hot, though. They started the half 1 for 4. They've been 8 of 10 since. A 2-possession advantage. And Mahoney got him from behind, his 4th personal. Reach and foul.
Foul trouble is really bothering the Bulldogs right now. 4-3 on Wolf. And those 2 guys are very important.
Mahoney with the 4 personals. I will say this, Mahoney and Wolf have done a decent job playing with 3 personal fouls. Wolf has gone this whole half, basically, without picking up that 4th.
Well, think about it, Lisa. Yale's a team that depends on their 5 starters for their scoring, and in that Ivy League final, they only played 7 games.
And a pickup from NBA. 2 teams, depth-wise, very, very different. And goes tempted, we'll discuss that. Gets a throw. And a heads-up play by Cardwell to knock it right off of Danny Wolf.
Those loose ball plays, and Cardwell with that athleticism gets there, heads up play to throw it off Wolf. And it's good offense from Yale, but I'm not sure. I like what you've seen Garham has done in this game. You're shooting 16% from 3. You're just 3 of 18 on the year. There's probably a reason that they're leaving you open like that.
3 straight turnovers for Auburn going into this possession, make it 4 straight.
Don't like that play, and Bruce Pearl doesn't like it at all. I thought Bruce was going to lose it over there on that play.
Well, you're looking for that back cut, and if it's there, you know, throw it. But Donaldson was so far away, and Katie Johnson had not really beat his man.
Coach's stuff for the Auburn Tigers. Coaches really still have to sit down.
Bruce Pearl would be the awful poker player. You know exactly what hand he would have. Point center, hands it off. It pops out.
He should get a point for that.
Everything but the basket. That does what? Not just a 360, but a 540 around the rim.
We got a jump ball. Yale was trying to call the timeout, but didn't have possession. How close was this? This close.
Round and round we go. It's a good shot. It was a pure jump shot.
He's just been so good to finish the year. This is now his 11th of the last 12 games where he's been in double figures. And you look at what he can do as an offensive player, Steve. I mean, he can shoot it, he can play it, you can play him off the basketball. John Poulikides is a really good player.
We've had problems getting it in underneath, out of bounds. You have a small one. I'll just lob it to him right here.
Just pop him to this little short
Pop it
corner,
out,
right?
lob it, and everybody's clear out until they come double. You should get some kind of look off of this.
Kevin Brill at the monitor. Looking at the shot clock right now, it sits at 20 seconds.
Number 17.
just 3 seconds. And Bang to take it out from the baseline. They've had trouble inbounding it, and more trouble here, but it'll stay here.
KD Johnson's going to let you know.
I think KD Johnson's right, and at 4:46, this can't be reviewed. But I thought Pulikitis tipped this last. I thought he got it with his fingertip there.
I'm not sure why you just don't throw it to Wolf for this.
I agree with you. Thunder out of bounds have been a problem for Yale.
Gets it to go. No doubt about that one. He's got 23.
Get the Bulldogs credit. 4. Pace still in their favor.
Auburn more turnovers than field goals in the last few possessions. Ball 4, 6 to shoot. He's going to try to 2 seconds. And does make the play.
And he made one. Just got a lot of separation.
2-possession game. Off to the peak inside. Between Auburn and Yale, and Robbie Pulikitis is one off of tying his career high.
Well, he's a hooper. 25 points, 9 of 13 from the field, has knocked down 5 triples. He's done it on the ball, pick and roll. What a performance from him here in the NCAA tournament.
Back in the game here for Auburn. Yale had made an 8-2 run with Ball on their bench, and that's number 4 on Wolf. It took him a while to pick it up. Now does it with 3:21 left.
That was definitely the right call. Yeah, smoked Janai Broome, and Broome kind of rubbing that left knee. Trying to walk this one off.
Nice little pick. You know, the guard had to give himself up to set a pick on Wolf, and then Wolf kind of late. He came over, like you said, with a burst of speed and just ran into Broome.
This is a 1-and-1. 17 fouls for Yale. 19 fouls for Auburn.
They matter. I give Janai a lot of credit. I mean, 6 for 9 and has 20 and 10.
Here's Wolf. Closes. Johnson loses it. Nolan picks it up, and a foul against KD Johnson, his 4th after the turnover.
I mean, great defensive stands by the Tigers. But boy, gotta slow down KD on that one, and then there's a foul for sure.
You talk about, Steve, compounding your mistakes. Not only do you turn it over, but now you commit a foul that puts Yale at the line.
James Jones a chance to go defense, offense with August Mahoney.
And Yale in the double bonus here as well. Couch your courtside, refresh your family with a delicious Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. The 10 total fouls here for Auburn. Puts Yale in the double bonus with inside 3 minutes left.
possession game, 70-68. Bulldog fans are getting up. Now the Tigers are getting up.
Donaldson, 2. Pursuing the offensive rebound and an offensive foul call on Broom.
I disagree with this call, Steve. I just think that both those guys are going straight up. And now you walk 94 feet. Now, Danny Wolf, and I guess at the end there's a little bit, but those two guys, you don't block them out. I just think that's a play on.
I'm with you, Robbie. I'm trying to wait and see where's the foul. And it looks like you said, that Janai was over his back, but they both had the basketball at that time. And Janai has 2 hands on the ball.
Yeah.
1-point game. Let's take another look.
I'm trying to see before. There's nothing.
It's the end. You do get him coming over the top a little bit, but both guys have that ball at the top of the play. It's a tough call to go against Auburn.
I was just going to say that. And it's not a place where they've had a ton of success. Just 63% from the foul line here, but some big free throws. The 5th tie of the game, and here come the Bulldogs.
Bass is looking for this defensive possession. You can see he went to get into the ball.
Score the goal. Allison just a little bit late getting there.
James Jones wants them to look at it, but I think that's goaltending.
He just got a piece. Took some off of it.
Put his hands up like he didn't touch it. That's a freshman. That's a freshman.
No doubt.
It's a quick look for DJ Carstensen at the monitor. They'll score the goal. It ends a 6-0 run by Yale.
That was also good recognition, though, by Auburn to see that Noling had switched off on that rip screen. And once you get that matchup, you throw that thing right inside to Janai Broom.
Lisa and Robbie, he said, oh my God.
What a game, what a shot. Pulikinas with 28.
Just come down and dig that out.
Now you got to push it. You have numbers.
The Ivy League champs against the SEC tournament champs.
It's a big possession right here.
I have to think this is going to be Pulikinas' time.
I would definitely put Danny Wolf in the pick and roll with him. 2 of your best offensive players.
Leaps off the screen from Danny Wolf. Pulikinas between the legs. Pulikinas once again spinning off of James. With the offensive rebound.
Embang plays on both ends to steal defense, and now the offensive rebound to keep this possession alive.
It's Yale. It's the timeout.
Well, let's watch it right here. Let it fly, leave it, like Dennis Scott would say. He said, oh my God, that is a bucket.
Well, Pulikinas has just been a shot maker in this second half. 16 of his 28 points have come after the break. It's been a pick and roll. It's been the floater. It's definitely been the three-pointers. And you have to think with James Jones here out of that timeout, he is going to be involved to make a play, whether it's for himself or somebody else.
14 seconds on the shot clock. Yale with the 1-point lead nearly turns it over. Wolf does a good job to retain possession, but 7 seconds here to shoot. Embang. Pulikinas on his right. Embang backing down. Embang, little shoulder shot. And this is everything, and a shot clock violation.
Broom with that little deflection.
Blew the play up.
Blew the entire play up. out was he at the scores table?
Right, did time run off the clock.
So they will make that substitution. Garum in for Mahoney. Yeah, the question was, did Garum get to the scorer's table in time to make the proper substitution? All right, trailing by 1. Here's Auburn. Trey Donaldson has it.
Wow. Yeah. Will Peters just totally took out his gun as he was running off these screens.
Down ball officials will review.
I would think, Steve, this
just
is
a
quick,
foul.
right? It's
That's
a common foul. And put this thing back in play.
DJ Karstensen, Kevin Brill.
I think this would be a quick review, Robbie. It should be, Lisa. It's just a common foul. Just a cut. Caught him going out.
Yeah, he's running off that screen. Pulikitis kind of falls asleep.
And Bharat Ramananand coming over for the explanation as we bring in Gene Steratore for our own explanation. Gene?
Yeah, Lisa, I'm with Steve and Robbie on this one. I think, look, the offensive player naturally trying to make a cut toward the baseline to run a little loop around this, and you can see the defender trying to deny him. He sets a little chuck, he chucks him. I don't think there's any contact that rises to the level of a flagrant. It's not in the head neck area. It's a hip check where he's trying to deny. It's a good call. It's a good foul call. But I think, as they said, this shouldn't take very long. They'll go with the common foul and get ready to play on, I believe.
Remember, we'd have the flagrant 2 ejection. Chad Baker-Massara watching from the locker room. He was ejected with 16:59 left to play in the first half.
Thank you, Gene.
I believe that's going to be the decision.
The ball on the floor is confirmed. It's just a common foul.
Just a common foul is the decision. Bharat Ramananand coming over with the explanation.
For the Tigers.
Yeah, let's play ball. Let's go.
Denver Jones on the line.
Pressure free throws for Denver Jones.
Talk about icing the kicker here. He's been thinking about these for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm with you, Robbie. It took so long.
And now they're going to walk 94 feet for another foul.
Well, because the review took so long, you said it best. I mean, if you still want to knock down your free throws, but that took a long time for Denver Jones to set up to think about those free throws.
There's a reason that when we watch college football games, those coaches are using those timeouts.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, there's something to that.
And here's the deal, too. Yale gets 2 free throws every time they step to the free throw line.
Auburn has taken some fouls in the backcourt that have just not been smart plays.
Rhythm is huge in sports. The rhythm of the game, and you can see it was taken away. You still want to knock them down.
Wolf has done an exceptional job staying in this game in foul trouble. More free throw to kill. Axel Booth, 3-point edge. You go for a 2 or a 3?
I think you got to go for a good 3 if you have it, but I'm going for a 2. A lot of time left.
Donaldson to Williams. Stops the clock, and he has fouled out Danny Wolf.
It looked like, Steve, that Wolf was trying to not take that foul. He understood he was beat. That's a good play call there by Bruce Pearl.
Yes, it
you
is.
set that little flex cut, you pop Broom back, and you drive Danny Wolf to the rim. He just couldn't help himself taking that last foul.
You can see the quickness of Johni Broome just being able to get past him. I know he wished he had this one back. He could have had an easy layup for a possible and one.
Seeing that replay, he did kind of let him go. There was certainly contact on the initial dribble drive, but not nearly as much as I thought on the shot to the rim.
Broome steps to the free throw line, 60% for the season coming into this game. 7 of 9 tonight.
Hit the front rim, but it crawled over Robbie. It's a big one right here.
It's a one-point game. Substitution made. Townsend in for Allerton.
This is where you got to be strong with the ball if you're the Bulldogs.
We've seen them break pressure with passes over the top, but at this point in the game, that would take some serious guts.
They're forced to call a timeout. That's the final timeout now for Yale. With 33 seconds left. Have to figure out how to go 94 feet with a one-point edge. Well, James Jones and Yale got to go the distance. That time now for our thrilling drives presented by Nissan takes us to another play.
We've seen this Yale team break Auburn's pressure by throwing it over the top and throwing it deep. But Steve, it's one thing to dial that up early in the second half. It's another to dial it up one with 33 seconds left in regulation.
I think if they have Johni Broome still in, which he has great footwork, but I'm taking Nick Townsend just coming up and catching the basketball. He's a big, he's 6'7", but he shoots 79%. Make sure he can come and catch the ball. They have two guards up. It's like a 2-1-2, and I'm taking Nick Townsend to be able to run up and catch the basketball.
Auburn looking to avoid being on that graphic of one of the SC teams to bow out early in the NCAA tournament. It'll be Mahoney to take it out from the baseline. Townsend, Norling, and Bang will come out. And a foul call before the ball trickled out of bounds on Broome.
I don't quite understand, Steve, the pass from out of bounds to out of bounds. If there's no space, nothing actually happens here. You know, Broome is right there. You're leaving it in the hands of the officials right there. I mean, that's not a ton of space. And
I would think the only thought process I would think is he's thinking he gets a smaller guy on Johni.
No, I get that.
But I don't like it either.
My thought would be, if I'm going to throw it, then I'm going to sprint right to half court, and it's like a comeback run to create some space to get it in.
Hey, we're always expecting to see Texas A&M and Nebraska. That game will tip off shortly on True TV, and it will be seen here on TNT when this game concludes. Ooh, the nerves are tight here in March.
This foul shot goes down. I do think it's too early to talk about fouling. You know, you see so many teams not foul three, but with 32 seconds in the game.
14 from Mahoney, who gets subbed out. Garham in defensively. And I'm with you. Inside 33 seconds, three-point edge. Something you want to do inside 10 seconds normally. Donaldson looking for the top. Rebound to Broome. Donaldson comes up with it. Allerton comes down with it. Auburn's got a foul to stop the clock. All kinds of opportunities they had.
I mean, multiple chances right there for the Auburn Tigers. You get a fairly good look for Trey Donaldson. You have multiple offensive rebounds. But give Yale a lot of credit. They hung in there on the play. They contested some of those looks at the rim.
I love Bez. Just watch him. That's the contest. Now there's a scramble. Watch him get back in this play and get that deflection for me, Robbie. That was the play. And yes, they had another look at it, but that was an easy bucket for KD Johnson.
You're talking about 5 or 6 chances here on this possession. I think about Charles Smith, you know, the former New York Knick, where it's like chance at the rim, and you just can't get it to fall.
I mean, Paz got a chance to contest way out on the free throw line, three-point line, and then he ran back in to get that deflection.
Great
that was
effort.
Unbelievable effort.
Now you got a guy at the free throw line. You see Gara, 60% for the season. Hasn't taken a free throw yet in this game until now.
It's not like he's high volume, Lisa. He has not taken many attempts.
15 of 25 for the season. They're going to add some time. 13.7.
I think it's going to be 14.4, he said.
Shooting 2.
Just give it a chance. That's all you got to do.
Still on the top bucket. 14 seconds.
No, and if you're Auburn, you're thinking we're getting it up and we're getting the bucket as quick as we can.
Is it off the left side? 4-point deficit here for Auburn. Here come the Tigers. Whoa, a chance for an and one. A possible three-point play with 8.7 left.
You know what I didn't like about that play on the defensive end for Yale? That was his guy. He had to run back from the free throw line to get to KD Johnson. That just has to be a switch. You got to take him and I'll take yours.
I totally agree with you, but the advanced pass makes that play possible. If you've got a point guard who wants to pound the air out of it, you're not getting this type of look. And then I think if you're Allerton here, man, you got to contest, but you cannot commit this foul.
If you do, Robbie, he can't make it.
Absolutely.
I got to grab him. Good job by KD Johnson. Did not settle for that three. Could have. He went straight to the bucket.
I'm Yale right now. I'm talking about how we have got to inbound this basketball. And under out of bounds, and even some of this full-court pressure, it's been a bit of a struggle.
Time, 9.4 in and out. So it's a loose ball. Tim falls down on it. We got a jump ball. It'll be Tigers basketball. There is hope. There is hope for the Auburn Tigers.
Small in size.
Yes. And with no Danny Wolf, Yale just doesn't have the size. Allerton, 6'10", but he's a freshman.
Guy's point is hurt.
Allerton is only 223 and a freshman. You got to love that he got the basketball just to be able to create that jump ball. Possession Tigers, though.
You have to think, though, Steve, if Broome, that's who you want to go to, but you do wonder about his elbow because he doesn't look like.
Well, they're setting some kind of screen. He's going to catch this on the blocks.
You got to go to him, and if you're Yale, you've got to find a way to rebound. What a play!
Yale lost Donaldson on the inbounds.
That's gamble, Robbie. And you just cannot leave the guy under the rim.
He was creeping out to go try to steal that pass over the top to Denver Jones.
If you're the Bulldogs, everybody has to box out.
Yes.
Everybody.
Pressure's a crazy thing. Donaldson, an 83% foul shooter.
This is a ball front end. Broome has it. Puts it up. Yale riding the march. Magic high once again. Jubilation for the Bulldogs and heartache and concern for Auburn's best player tonight. Broome still has not gotten up after that final sequence. You think about these Yale Bulldogs in the last 2 games that they've played, a dramatic finish just to get to this point. In the Ivy League Tournament Championship, down by 6 against Brown with 27 seconds left. And holding off the number 4 seed Auburn Tigers for a 13-4 upset. As we check in with Lauren Sahadi.
Oh my gosh, this is what March is all about. Coach, congratulations, 7 seconds on that inbound. Take me through it. Donaldson was wide open. What'd you say to them?
Just stay composed. Stay together. Like, I mean, it's just one of those things. You just got to do what you've been trained to do. And we were fortunate enough to get it done. And
how about this guy, John, a career high. Congratulations, just let it fly. What the heck got into you today?
I give all credit to the man above. And you know, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And, you know, we stuck together today, and it was a full team effort. I know I led us in scoring, but everybody made contributions. It wasn't a one-man show tonight.
I mean, you guys came back in the Ivy title game. How are you able to stay so calm under pressure, Coach?
Well, we talked about, you know, we're only down by 7 points. We came back with down by 6 with 26 seconds to go, so it was nothing for us.
You seem so calm. Are you?
I try to be.
Try to be. Well, you achieved it. Congratulations. Epic win. Lisa.
Remember, Pulikitas gave him the lead with 2:08 left with that 3-pointer, but what a sequence there at the end. We did see tonight Broome walk off on his own power back to the locker room. Pulikitas with his career-high 28 points, and this is the final play off of the missed free throw.
Auburn, Steve, with so many opportunities at the rim, and then that ball flies out to Katie Johnson. What a win for Yale. I mean, just this entire game, a roller coaster, but they controlled the tempo, and Pulikitas made big-time plays.
Pulikitas is one that had a game. He flat out could shoot. He wasn't afraid of the moment, but we've been talking about it, Robbie, throughout this game. The pace was in favor of the Yale Bulldogs.
The last win for Yale over a top 25 team in the tournament came in 2016, and just the second, that was the first tournament win, the second tournament win for Yale since it's been shifted to this format in program history. Well, the Bulldogs, they've got life. The Bulldogs have more life than Cats do in March. 78-76, the final. The tournament continues on TNT with Texas A&M and Nebraska coming up after these messages.